My name is Eddie Sparks from Hermosa Beach Marketing, and today on your Man Minute, I'm going to talk about qualitative and quantitative information in sales. Very simple. Salespeople go into the office and so-and-so's cat might have died and it's just a bad day. That's qualitative information. Salesperson goes into the office and that was supposed to be a sure sale, but it didn't sell. That's quantitative information. That's why you have lead sheets, and that's why when they go, they need to fill it out. And some people even make them sign it. But if that lead sheet comes back and says, hey, so-and-so's cat died, then you know what happened. But I know guys that don't play. You didn't sell nothing, goodbye. Sometimes it's not true. I don't like to send the salespeople out on Monday, but some people request them on a Monday. I don't like to send my salespeople out before or after business hours, but sometimes people request that. So, you know, that's the stuff that you have to take in consideration. Your salesperson goes out at 7 p.m. You have to be loyal to that person because he actually went out and did his job. So, qualitative and quantitative information. Well, I went to the sales meeting, to the appointment, but I didn't have anything for the man because he was a lawn maintenance guy, and all I have is bank sales material. Then you need to shut up and send me an email and say, please make me some lawn maintenance emails, because that was a presentation that we lost, and then you won't lose it no more. That's quantitative and qualitative information. Oh, he didn't make a sale. Well, you know, you weren't doing your job. That's not necessarily true. You have to take into consideration what's going on. Also, what's going on in the person's situation in life. Sometimes when they're under stress, they're useless. So you're going to have to alleviate some of that pain, and when they're under stress, you need to go with them. But people need to do their job, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but you know, it's not necessarily a persona that they need to put on. They just need to understand what you want them to do is go to work, and it's time to go to work and put their work face on. But sometimes you got to think twice. You know, what you're telling me is this. Now, immediately I think this, but is there something else in the situation that may or may not be a viable part of what happened, and can't do anything about it? And some people try to track it because, like I said yesterday or last video, salespeople lie. So you can't have people lie to you. Oh, well, according to this, you didn't go to that appointment. You were at the bar for 14 hours. So it just depends. That kind of stuff you need to know, take into consideration, but you need to know it yourself. You don't need to hear it from nobody else. So qualitative and quantitative information is part of running a business, and it's okay to be wrong. It's just that you make a decision, you get everything that goes along with it. So when you're thinking about it, it may be the unpopular thing, but you don't want to retrain people because it takes too much time. It's easier just to put a little slap punishment on somebody and say, hey, for the next couple of days, this is what we're going to do, and I'm going to make your life miserable until you sell something. Or you sell 15 things. But it's hard to sell snowblowers in July. It's just not going to happen. So some of it's cyclical too, and some of it's based on where people are going and what people are doing and what the environment of school is and people's kids and vacation time. And you can't expect people to do stuff like that. You can't expect it. You just can't. You can't sit there and tell people that they're not doing their job during the obvious trough. And hiring someone during the trough is tough. It's tough on their psyche. It's tough on everything. So and it's just what I want to talk about today, and how that affects you, and maybe something in there makes sense to you. Don't be a dick. Listening is good. Keeping your mouth shut and saying okay is great, and then thinking about it for a few hours or a day or two before you make a final decision is always best. In the longer the relationship, people say that I'm getting into something else, but people say that the only people you hurt are people you love. Well, the more time you spend with people, the more likely they are to disappoint you at least once or twice. that's just the nature of the beast. That's qualitative versus quantitative information. I know the guy 15 times in the last year he's fucking up. 15 years in the last year he keeps fucking up, so something's wrong. And that's when you need to search out, and it's better to keep going together than it is to replace someone. So get people back on track, get yourself on track, do some sales, go sell something, and have a good day.
This is your Man Minute.